Hi there and welcome back, my friends, to Torment, Tides of Numenera, and going in and we're following the changing god, our sire, into this strange, looks like a vault entrance. Kind of expected a dialogue. I said no. How many more times do I have to say it? Until you change your mind. Only until you say yes. I will be denying you for an eternity. The matter is closed. It's not closed until I accept that. You know my tenacity. You gave it to me. Oh my god. A decision that I'm coming to regret. The answer is still no. Are they like fighting like siblings? Yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Goodness. Oh well, Rin is absolutely amazing. Like, Rin is better than we are. It's... you got to... we got to admit, Rin is just on another level. Yeah, and she is. She is really on another level. She is like 2 levels above us. Goodness. We could go for cipher use, but no. What could we go for? Oh, look at the speed and intellect edge she has. That's crazy. Does she have nice tier 4 things? Blood and Bell, gravity manipulation. Blood and Bell, maybe. Would be something. Hiding and healing. Wow. Yeah, that's all intellect. I mean, we should definitely... yeah, let's just raise her intellect stat pool, I guess. That's gonna be pretty good. Now we have Tiber. Tier 4. What could we do with him? Extra effort or ability or skill? I mean, he doesn't have anything to gain from extra effort. Does he have a good skill here that we could level up? Ability, I mean? No, not really. Maybe he could gain an ability. Not really. Maybe a skill? Running. Bonus to movement distance on crisis. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good for him, as he's going close combat, so that's definitely a good idea. And we've got Calistique here. What should we give her? I mean, she could really profit from a higher intellect even, as she has 4 edge. Here we go. That's pretty good. And I'll do... You ask for my deepest secrets. Is that not great? Compared to my life in a rotting shell. Everyone lives in a rotting shell. Surely you're not so selfish that you can see that. Yeah, let's once save, because we have done so much to prepare for this. Let's call it end. As I think it might be, but it might absolutely not be, knowing this game. What is this even? We don't really know. You're mistaken, Morale. I do care. I know you care. I just don't know what you care for. I care for my peace of mind. I care for my creations, for my future. You threaten them all. What's around here? So we can only... I think we can only talk here. Let's get a little bit closer. So what's this about? Sire, can we talk? We've walked into the middle of an argument. Neither of the speakers acknowledges your presence. Their concentration is fully engaged with the other. One of them looks like Andronus, a caster from Mila West, but he carries himself very differently. Confident, haughty, this must be Andronus, before he was cast off. Yeah, there's the first cast off, as you saw her in the Memovira's fortress, but noticeably less scarred and beaten, a younger version. No parallel, Andronus, or rather the Changing God says, I gave you my reasons, and I've had enough of explaining myself to you. First Castoff's eyes burned through the blank stare of her porcelain mask. I've aided you in your researches, uncovered secrets of the tide you never knew, would never have figured on your own. I'm twice the thinker you are. You are an accident. I won't deny the advantages your awareness provides, but do not deign to suggest we are anything like equals. The first thoughts are jumbled and confused. Her mind is in a loop, reliving the same moments over and over again. So they too are in a... The first is in that loop, and he's like an illusion maybe. Stop arguing, this isn't real. She throws her hands in the air. Stop arguing, this isn't real, it can't be. You were a father to me. But I see now what you really are. You are a narcissist. You have forgotten the fear of death. Changing God falls silent, retreating deep into a reflective stillness. At last he says, I haven't forgotten the fear of death. I live with it every day, with a reminder of what it has taken from me. Don't you realize that everything I do is in service of gaining it back? It's not just for me. His face hardens. What do you think you are to me anyway? We are your children, all of us, and we're looking to you for guidance and help. We want to be your allies, but you keep setting us aside, and now you're withholding something that could save our lives. Changing God, now you're speaking for the rest of them, eh? Making yourself first among equals? Well, I have said this before, but apparently it wasn't clear to you. So I will clarify, and you can relay these words to the others. His voice is as cold as a dead star. I have but one daughter. You are not she. What, you have a daughter? Is it Rin? She snarls. You have a daughter. You have a daughter right here. The one you're talking about has been dead for centuries, but I am flesh and blood. I'm alive and begging you for help to stay that way. Begging for your help to stay that way. The look of empathy and compassion has disappeared from the Changing God's face. You're not my daughter, you're a creation. You're a shell. Do you feel shame when you discard your old clothes? Do you feel pity when a doll burns? Points at her face. I feel as much connection to you as I do to that mask. I don't hate you, Marilel. Changing God's tone softens. I don't despise you, but you need to look at this from my perspective. He gestures around. All of this equipment, all of the cast-offs, they're all just byproducts of what I began long ago. I must finish what I started. And how... What are you doing here, actually? First cast-off crosses her arms. What are you doing here anyway? Did you think I wouldn't find out you'd broken your promise to me? Oh, Marilel, his tone is patronizing. Have you come to tell me about the followers you've gained? Come to implore me to change my mind? Did you think to threaten me? I can't stand by while you withhold the power for us to rejuvenate ourselves. Changing God sighs. I'm not withholding it. There's no reason for you to seek rebirth as I have done. When my technology is perfected, you will be reunited with me. How do I get out of here? How do I get out of here? Talking to you is pointless. Changing God shrugs and smiles. You know the way out as well as I do, Marilla. You can leave at any time. Leave? No, I... Confused look passes over her face, as if she isn't sure why she said that. No, I'm not leaving. Until you give me what I want. How will you finish what you started, Changing God? She whispers, the sorrow hunts us because of what you've done. I know that, gods. Changing God rubs his fingers angrily over his head. Sorrow is an unfortunate byproduct of my work, you know that, so my solution is simple. I'm going to find a way to bring you all back into myself. My mind will be whole again. Whatever evil the sorrow thinks I've done will be put to rest. Will leave us alone forever. Not us, you. As the first cast of, if you suck us into your head, we will no longer exist. She shakes her head. I won't let you. We will find another way. The Changing God laughs, not scornfully, but as if she said something genuinely hilarious. How will you find a solution that has eluded me? By definition, you cannot. My body's in the bloom. This is all an illusion, and I won't be part of it anymore. Yeah, that might be. I don't care what you think. Now, that's not true. That's really hard, you know. What contributes to him believing that we'll find a solution? I think only that the last cast-off believes what we're doing. The last cast-off believes in what I'm doing. I don't no longer need your approval. Your last cast-off believes in what I'm doing, she says, though it's clear from her expression she doesn't understand the words coming from her mouth. I no longer need your approval.
I'm ready to learn something new.
First cast-off blinks several times, her eyes suddenly clear. The illusion is shattered. She startles and gapes at you. The Changing God's avatar dissolves into dust and memory, as if it had never existed at all. A portal opens where he stood, beckoning you further into the labyrinth. Its grasp is undeniable. First cast-off crosses her arms and regards you quietly for a moment. Why did you choose to save me from that? Well, in that case, it was the right thing to do, hearing the Changing God. Dominant tides changed, legacy has shifted, my goodness. She seems unconvinced. Well, I appreciate your thoughtfulness, but it doesn't change anything. And she turns abruptly and strides to the portal. Without turning around, she says, thank you. And in a brief flicker of light, she's gone. Oh, what should we do? We have great stat pools. We could improve our Maelstrom. Or we could go for a skill, maybe. Go for healing, or what? Healing would be okay. Initiative is always good, right? Anamnesis. That's all a little... Well, I don't know. I mean, persuasion would also be good, right? Maelstrom. Maelstrom or persuasion would be. I mean, I keep thinking that there will be a final confrontation, but maybe it will be a dialogue. We've always loved the dialogue a little bit more, so let's persuade a bit.
Or remember it. Yes, now.
Let's see what we'll find in there. Oh, what? What's that? That looks just like the beginning. There's us.
All right.
Well, of a thing, your mind. Maybe you should have cleaned up a little before inviting people over.
I wasn't expecting guests. Well, I'll try not to peek in too many of your cupboards, so to speak, Scanthals. It's not the first time I've been so out of my depth. Still don't like it, though. Thumbing the corner of his eyes, he says, I have the feeling that if I kick a stone, you'll forget how to eat custard. Or soil yourself. Neither option appears. He rubs the back of his neck. Anyway, did you need something? Don't seem too bewildered by all of this. Well, no, I've spent a lot of time in people's heads, and not just in the traditional sense. Once went to a dance held in the mind of a dying friend, not fun, mind you. A bit morbid, and the dance floor kept shrinking. He peers around. Her mind was smaller than his too. Nothing against her, but she could have taken some decoration tips from you. Isn't strange for you, Del? Oh, it's definitely strange, but not unusual. You know how it is. How are you holding up? Best as can be expected, he shrugs, unsmiling. Let's continue on. I'm with you, he says. There's something here. The dominating image on this panel is a map of the room. 5 platforms in a circle around the central platform. It looks like controls to raise the floors, connecting the various platforms. Deep cracks radiate out from 3 different places, as though someone had smashed the panel in a hurried rage. Controls are unresponsive, and yet you feel something. The floors are like those in the deep fathom where you first awoke after your fatal fall. The platforms, as well as this control panel, are mental constructs like everything else here. They should respond to your will if you just exert it. Focus your will on the floors of this fathom. Command them to rise. Stretch out your mind, trying to feel the tides flowing through this place. You can certainly feel their energies, but the floors remain stubbornly inert. Apparently, it won't be that easy. Okay, let's take the title surge and focus our will on the control panel to activate it. The tides surround you, swirling throughout the entirety of this place. You exert your will, pushing power through those channels and into the control panel. Even as you watch, the glass reshapes itself, the cracks healing as though they were never there. With a hum and a chitter, the controls come to life. The platform you're standing on pulses with an orange glow, showing the floors in their current state. Touching the platform on the screen should shift the floors. Whoop! Very nice. Familiar voice echoes from the depths below. You're still here, then. I had hoped the labyrinth would trap your mind as well, but apparently I made your body too well. You're too late, though. Even if you repair that entire fathom, I'm at the labyrinth's final defenses. By the time you reach me, I'll have broken through the door. Go ahead, solve your puzzles. It won't matter. In a little while, you'll be nothing more than a whiff of nostalgia. In my mind, the voice fades to nothing. And we will have to show him that it's not that way. In the next episode, thank you for watching and happy gaming to you. This is Immanuel signing out. See you soon, my friends.